In this current climate of currencies changing values and cryptocurrencies taking over the market, the idea of something as solid as gold changing is hard to believe. Gold's something people have always held value in and will continue to do so as it's ingrained in our heads that it is of value. But what's going to happen to gold in this uncertain future? On today's list, we're going to go over what's going to happen to gold in the future. Will it be useless? But before we get into the video, do not forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. Now, onto the list. First up, gold is up and down. Just as other currencies do, they change their value constantly. This might not be much every time, but their value fluctuates, as is the way of things like cryptocurrencies as well. Some might now realize this, but gold is the same way. The value of gold is constantly changing alongside other currencies. Therefore, gold rings or bars are worth way more now than a decade ago, as the value of gold itself and the currency have changed. This leads it to being worth a lot of money. Gold is something you can bank on to be at least worth something of value. Next up, gold stores value. As we have in our minds, gold is worth something. When we see something made out of gold or something gold tinted, we immediately think of value or worth. This is because gold holds value throughout the times. Gold rings, necklaces, or even gold-plated items are going to be worth money consistently. Will never completely die over time, but may slowly change value depending on the times and the current market. The idea of gold is something that will change alongside society and how we perceive it. Even right now, we see gold is worth something, but what about the future? Next up, people hold value in gold items. As we've said before, the people of our world hold value in gold. Family items and heirlooms are often gold pieces of jewelry or other items that have been passed down through generation to generation. We hold value in these items. So really, no matter the actual worth of gold, it won't be something completely useless to us. We have sentimental value in golden items, and when we see it, we recognize its worth to us as people. This type of feeling we have will hold through the test of time. Gold will be worth something to our past, but maybe not in terms of money value. Next up, real interest rates will remain in the negative. The best thing about gold is that if real interest rates and bonds fall or stay in the negative, you aren't giving up anything by choosing gold over them. In the past, when interest rates were negative, the gold price did really well. We know that gold will survive an economic crash of sorts, which increases the chance of it being useful for way longer. Gold is something solid. Even when prices change, and so does the economy, we know gold should be fine. We really need to be smart about gold and not let it change its worth too much. Next up, what if the interest rates go back up? Following on from our last point, if the interest rates go up, gold will prosper even more. The fact that gold does well when the interest rates are down shows how sustainable the thing really is. If interest rates skyrocket or even just go up slightly, gold should be okay. But remember, gold is more than just money to a lot of people. It really is something to cherish, no matter the value. Maybe synonymous with money, but it really is something that holds history and memories for people. Next up, gold is based in government and central banking. Now on to even more of the money side of gold. Gold is something based in the government system, central banking system of countries. It's more of an asset to them as it's stored in banks and the government buildings. Huge amounts of money have been borrowed to revive the economy, but no one really knows what's going to happen. So what will happen to the gold they store? The money really isn't real as it's been used for other means. Gold is starting to become something of a lost cause in these situations. Next up, mining stocks. Outside of gold itself, it's way easier and cheaper to buy mining stocks if you're looking to make money. These are stocks and companies that find and sell gold in the first place. This allows you to make more money than usual as the company itself has the stocks and not the product. Buying more stocks in these companies raises the price and the flow of money. It makes a lot of sense to place your money in the people who find the product rather than the product itself. It's just a safer revenue stream for all parties involved. Next up, other minerals are on the same market. Sadly, other than gold, minerals like silver, platinum, and palladium are also on the market and make an argument for themselves. You wouldn't think so, but they're usually fighting against each other for the top spot of worth. Each company invested in a mineral really wants one to be worth more, the others to be worth less. One's worth more, the others fall lower and increase the value of the top dog. It's a circle of money. Over time, we could see gold lose to these other products and lose more of its value. Next up, gold isn't really on the millennial mind. The saddest part about all of this, and what could change the market in a decade or so, is the fact that gold really isn't on the mind of a millennial. Yes, gold has worth to them as they've been brought up on it being something of worth, but in terms of making money and investing, something like cryptocurrency or certain coins like Bitcoin and Dogecoin really take up the space. If they're going to invest, it's going to be in something like those. Gold may lose the higher spots in terms of worth, but should hold its actual value to people. And finally, to end off the video, will gold be useless? So to conclude our points, will gold be useless in the future? The answer is uncertain. We know that gold will be worth something on the market as it's much more of a solid thing than other markets. Going to keep value throughout an economic fall or even a rise, but it doesn't seem like it's going to increase by lots and lots. Gold should really stick around the same price as it's been for a while now. Gold will keep sentimental value for people who might not make them lots of money. Even in a cryptocurrency world, gold should be worth something. It could also fall. We really have no clue how this new world economics is going to turn out. It could completely change how we see money and worth. It could also stay around the same, and the millennial mind could have no influence for a while. And that's the list. Gold is something we need to value at the end of the day. It's going to be part of the economic world for a long time. It's not like all the gold in the world is just going to disappear. It's going to keep some value no matter what happens. The question is it going to fall sooner rather than later? We're going to be dealing with gold, but its market value could plummet at some point. The world's moving towards a new era, and the economy is changing with more and more cryptocurrencies being made and doing well each day. Gold could be seen to plummet as so many more currencies could just rise way above it. We could be seeing gold be worth around the same as it is right now, but other currencies are worth way more to people. If you think about it, we're kind of already entering that point. Younger people and the millennials are seeing something like Bitcoin or Dogecoin as being more worth to them and more worth of their money than something like gold. We see value in gold objects like jewelry or heirlooms, but the idea of investing in gold isn't really something they think about. Everyone's telling them that crypto will change the world and it'll be the next big thing, which is true, but they're losing the idea of gold in their minds. Gold just isn't what it was anymore. It's worth money, but it's losing its worth in the new generation. They just aren't thinking about it in the way the previous generations have done. So what do you think about gold? Is it losing its worth? Are you interested in the new economic world we're entering? We hope you enjoyed this video. Let us know down in the comments below what you thought about this video and what you think about gold and its future. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe with notifications turned on. Thanks for watching.